bagpipes and everything as he's walking into the ring against Mike Tyson. And you're like, well, maybe he has a chance in the fight. Ding, ding. 3 seconds in, his whole face is shattered. And who's on the ground and who's standing victorious over Mike Tyson? That's kind of what we saw here. Like, you're like, oh, not even one lick. Did he?
So again, to the judge, John Roach, you are definitely stepping on the. Then we get to some defense witnesses here, and this is where things just, I was kind of really digging in, like, okay, what's the theory going to be here? What's the going to be? And you can usually sometimes figure out what the theory of the defense is going to be just through the themes of cross-examination. Okay. Now, here's the thing with the kids, and a lot of people were commenting like, well, the defense wasn't really going after these kids. Okay, there's two explanations for that. Okay, number one is there may not be a lot to go after. Okay, sometimes a witness doesn't give you a lot to cross-examine about. The other thing is that these are 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. If you're the defense attorney, the big old bad defense attorney, and you get up in court and you just start wailing away at the...
So you have to look at that. He took accountability for what he did. It's not like he just tried to run away and try to make it seem like he didn't, like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing at all. You know what I mean? He did say, I did it. But he says, I did this out of self-defense because I was scared for my life. I felt threatened. I was protecting myself. Okay? So we got to remember that. Parents raised him to take accountability for things that he's done. Let's be real. He took accountability. He did. He said, I'm not alleged. I did it, but I was protecting myself. I told him not to touch me. He took accountability. Okay. But Pascal, thank you so much, Messi. Pascal, it's really no different than pig vomit. Sometimes you're just guilty. It's hard to have a fair trial when evidence shows you're just guilty. No, you ain't wrong with that. You ain't wrong with that for sure. But at the same time, as a spectator, as a person standing on the side, watching this, watching this whole thing unfold, you're like, dang, you didn't bring nothing to the game, nothing to the fight. You were just hoping for a miracle or something? This is bad. His attorney, Mike Howard took over the case after Anthony's original legal team. This is his second team. Sheesh.
All right, let me pause Pascal for a second, because this is not where we were supposed to be at. In the last 40 minutes that I've been listening, there was a delay from lunch, and they didn't come back from lunch in a timely manner, and everybody's like, what's going on? What's going on? Maybe there's a plea deal. Then they come back, and the defense has rested. I don't even have my headset on. The defense has rested, y'all. All right. Child, how? They had court on Saturday. That's when the defense started. Today was the first day. They got 6 witnesses from what I understand. And now they rest? Now they rest? They rested. The defense rested. It's over. Closing arguments are tomorrow. Pascal is having a fit.
I'm trying to see if there's interviews going on. Hold on. And I do want to go back to a little bit of what Nika Knight was talking about. Sorry. Don't forget to hit that like button down below, please, and thank you. That's just so crazy. This is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, straight up shocking. Okay. Mrs. Sparkle, thank you so much.
Lord help you.
This is not a fair trial at all. Guess this is how
you are in fact in imminent threat of death or serious injury. It's about any state in that situation, not just Texas. It's about any state. You could lawfully use lethal force in that situation.
He's still talking.
On cross-examination, 18-year-old Centennial High School student who was actually called by the defense. So now he or she is being cross-examined by the prosecuting attorney.
All right.
You seem laid back. If someone asks you,
let's see what's going on over here. Let me share the screen, child. I'm trying to figure it out. No one knows anything yet. Okay, Pascal has been whining let me not say whining. I don't have anything against him. But he's been having a fit all afternoon talking about how all these people coming out here and saying all these things that might not be true. You don't say. Can't just be believing everybody that just because they come out and say something. So you go to a bunch of different sources and you figure it out. People over there listening to Willie D. People over there listening to Willie D taking his fucking word for anything is crazy to me. But child, what the hell do I know? Let's see what these people got to say here, because this is like happening right now.
For Frisco teen Carmelo Anthony is back in session this midday after a major shift over the weekend. Right now, court is taking a short break as attorneys for Anthony continue calling up their witnesses. This after the state rested their case over the weekend. Anthony is claiming self-defense in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year. NBC5's Alana Quillen is live in the newsroom for us with the very latest on the testimony that we have heard so far this morning. Alana.
Well, testimony began just after 9 a.m. this morning. Again, news cameras are not allowed anywhere in the courthouse. So what we've been hearing is from our team that is sitting inside the courtroom. The defense started the morning by calling up another teenage witness, a 17-year-old Centennial High School student who knew Anthony from both their football and track teams. Now, he spoke about Anthony's mood the day of the stabbing, saying he was, quote, normal, and agreed with the defense's strategy of painting a picture that track culture is more social with more downtime, so that Anthony being at another team tent shouldn't have been out of the norm. But defense couldn't get the witness to agree that it was common enough. And he also couldn't answer why Anthony chose to go to the bleachers instead of warming up on the field as their coach had asked. This witness was with Anthony in the moments leading up to the confrontation. Centennial didn't bring a tent that day because there was not enough students to put it up. So Anthony went under Metcalf's team tent when the rain rolled in. Now, that witness testified seeing someone push Anthony into flurry of elbows, as he said, but did not see the stabbing. But then in the moments after he saw Anthony crying, distraught, and their coach holding him, and quoted Anthony as saying, quote, I told him not to touch me. Now, that witness could not answer whether Anthony's actions were justified. In cross-examination, the prosecutor replayed out the video of that incident and got that witness to agree that he mistakenly said Anthony was surrounded, which the state appears to be doing to prove the narrative of Anthony being jumped did not happen. Now, two more witnesses called up this morning also include a Frisco police officer who interviewed witnesses that day, as well as another teenager athlete who saw the incident. Adding to the intensity in the courtroom, the Next Generation Action Network is also holding a press conference soon addressing safety, demonstrators, and security concerns that are taking place outside of the courthouse, especially as the trial nears the end this week. We'll keep you updated.
Yeah, National Generation, whatever. That's that jackass dude from before, who's just trying to get clout. We ain't heard nothing from him all this time. Now all of a sudden he got to address what's going on outside, child. Shout out to Kofi. I appreciate you. He said, afternoon to the hardest working woman on YouTube. Hashtag she work hard for the money. Shout out to you. I see you. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. So the trial is over. Okay, let me go over here. This one says state rest in Carmelo Anthony murder trial. Defense begins calling witnesses. Oh, it says the state rest. No. We need the one. The defense has rested, y'all. Hold on. Let me see what this nigga's saying.
Doing live coverage.
Let me be nice.
Now, there's nowhere else, man. Crazy. This is just crazy.
All right. He ain't got nothing. Let me see.
Yeah, he's the only place that's doing he's the only one that's doing live down there that I see. Unless you guys know of anybody else. No, I'm saying like that he's down there and doing live coverage.
Well, where's Neek? Because she's having some issues today. For those that didn't know, I think the racism has gotten to her or something like that. So here's a little snippet of Neek at Night from today.
I'm okay. I just got worked up. I'm all right.
Hold on.
Very much for being very genuine, I think, in their absolute, sort of communication of what happened that day. And I think that came across to the jury, where they were sort of understanding that there was no way to know what was going on. And I think that ultimately that's going to fare very well for the jury.
So we were supposed to come back on Lancaster, but they did not call you going back in. So
We can't hear nothing.
we saw a lot of commotion. We saw the fans.
Oh my God. Can't nobody hear nothing there. All right, back to this, child.
Anyways, I came here to cover a trial, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna give y'all a quick update. We only have a little bit. So far there has been 3 witnesses. The first one. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm surrounded by Black Panthers right now, so they protected me. So the first witness was a 17-year-old who goes to
take a break.
Centennial.
Girl, take a break.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna come back.
Child. Listen, I'm not trying to be rude, but this is why you don't be hanging out with racists. That's just my thought process. Maybe it's just me. I'm not wishing nothing bad. I'm just saying, what the hell do you think is going to happen at a place like this with a case like this? You know how they was acting like it's strange for white people to be out here cutting for whoever the fuck they cutting for, and for Black people to be out here to be cutting for whoever they cutting for. Now all of a suddenly it's, oh my God, they're after me. They're saying something to me. Remember when she started and she was talking about them, all these white supremacists and these, we got the flag up and all that other type of stuff. Y'all remember that? Oh, did you think it was going to get any better? Girl, come on now. You going outside. These are the white people. These are the white people. Child, hold on. I can't do this. I can't do this. I mean, listen, I can only have sympathy in certain situations. This ain't one of them. I'm sorry. This is just not one of them. You want to go down there? You want to be around these white people, these racists? You know it's highly charged. You already knew what it was going to be. You go outside with them. You seen them. You thought they was going to go where? Where?
All right, y'all. So we are at our lunch break. What was unusual? Oh, step into the chat because I don't have my mic. So we are at the lunch break. Basically, what happened was they did 3 witnesses, and then after they did 3 witnesses, they decided that it would be better to break at 11 so that the rest of the day flows smoothly. And they told us to come back at 12:30. When I came out, I was talking to JLR Reports. He was covering footage at the Diddy trial. Definitely go check that out. And I'll just get into the testimony that happened so far today. If you guys can't hear me, I'm gonna try to project my voice loudly. But the first witness was a witness from Centennial. He was a friend of Carmelo on the track team, and he is a 17-year-old. I can't give his name because he's a minor, but he said that he spoke to the detectives that day, and he went to the same track meet at the same time. And when he went to the track meet at the same time, he said that he was like bouncing around between soccer and track, so he was kind of like all over the place. And then they wanted to know like if he was on JV and if Carmelo was on varsity. And anyways, I'm gonna try to not to pay attention. Thank y'all. So they went.
Sounds like she a little bit all over the place. Is it just me or no? Is it just me or no? Hey, boo. He says, yo, wonder who I'm gonna cuss out. Not me, I hope. What? I ain't do nothing. There's no need to cuss. No need to cuss anybody else. Calm down. Don't do that. Don't do that. Thank you, boo. He said, I'm gonna cuss your ass out. What for bringing me this moronic? I'm just saying she's supposed to be bringing us the information. She went down there to give the tea. She goes to trials now. I guess that's what she does. I was watching Pascal. Let me see what he's talking about, because she gotta get it together, child. You can't be a reporter like this. You're gonna have to take the good and the bad. I'm just saying you're gonna have to take the good with the bad. Yeah, we know who she is. You want to go down there, you're gonna have to take the good with the bad. You want to go around there hanging out with racists, child? I'm not going to be able to do it. I just sit right here. I'm a punk bitch because I don't have time. That's just me, though. Today I'm cussing out messy effort. You're so rude. Come on, Nee. Go ahead, girl.
I wanted to know what mood Carmelo was in. What? It's like this is
What?
Okay.
All right. I can't listen to this. That's not going to work. Let's see what he's talking about, child. Lord help you.
What's going on here? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just painting the scenarios. You feel me? And we live in a completely different time now. Completely different time where kids are blasting each other now. Even the kids that are from freaking Frisco, okay, could be out here strapped, just walking around with.
All right, let me go to what I was gonna get to before this all started to break loose. So just FYI, okay, they was doing a case on Saturday, which is crazy. I think that was day 4. I think today is day 5. They brought up 5 people, meaning the defense, and they rested their case. Okay, so it's over. So closing arguments are tomorrow, child. This case could be over by the end of the damn week. I just hope they wait till Friday when I'm working from home so I can take a break and report if I need to. Other than that, I'm gonna have to wait till I get home. But let me go to this lady from KCN News. Defense begins case in Carmelo Anthony trial. This is from 7 hours ago. Girl.
Well, the trial of 18-year-old Carmelo Anthony continues today in Collin County after last year's fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during a Frisco ISD track meet. WFAA's Rebecca Lopez has the latest.
After days of large crowds and loud demonstrations, things were noticeably calmer outside the Collin County Courthouse Saturday. But inside, the biggest surprise of the trial so far may have come from prosecutors themselves. After days of testimony from student athletes, coaches, first responders, and the medical examiner, the state rested its case. One notable absence, Hunter Metcalf, Austin Metcalf's twin brother. He has not been allowed inside the courtroom during testimony because he remains a potential witness. Prosecutors could still call him later in rebuttal. One of the final prosecution witnesses, a mutual friend of both Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony. He testified that after Anthony was asked to leave the Memorial Team tent, the confrontation escalated. He told jurors Anthony said, "Touch me and find out." He later testified, "I saw Austin fall back and yell, 'I've been stabbed.'" He also told the jury Anthony was not a close friend of his, but on cross-examination, defense attorneys challenged his account, showing jurors photos of him and Anthony together and questioning why he didn't step in to defuse the situation.
Wait. Hold on. I don't think it's been going too well for the defense side.
At the courtroom during testimony because he remains a potential witness. Prosecutors could still call him later in rebuttal. One of the final prosecution witnesses, a mutual friend of both Austin Metcalf and Carmelo Anthony. All
right, so Austin and Carmelo have a friend in common. All right, let me slow this down and listen.
Testified that after Anthony was asked to leave the Memorial Team tent, the confrontation escalated. He told jurors Anthony said, "Touch me and find out." He later testified, "I saw Austin fall back and yell, 'I've been stabbed.'" He also told the jury Anthony was not a close friend of his, but on cross-examination, defense attorneys challenged his account, showing jurors photos of him and Anthony together and questioning why he didn't step in to defuse the situation.
How he gonna lie? Oh, I don't know him that well. Then they're gonna pull up the social media. Y'all know you can't keep nothing to yourselves. They thought another child was going to come in and defuse the situation. That's what they really thought. Goodbye.
When asked who was at fault for the stabbing, he responded, "I don't know."
When something like this happens, you're going to have witnesses of all kinds, older adults and young kids that they're still startled, and things of that sort. So that's going to sometimes play into what they see or what they hear.
With the state's case complete, the defense quickly began presenting its own witnesses. A Centennial track coach testified track meets are often relaxed. Athletes frequently move between team areas, and he was unaware of any rule prohibiting students from sitting under another team's tent.
Now that's not like a law, but it's respectful. So now they want to act like it's okay. All right. So they're saying it's okay to be under somebody else's tent. Oh, tonight is the game, right? Tonight is the game. Let me know if a Spur sits on a Knick bench and if a Knick sits on a Spur bench, and see how well that goes. Just want to know. If you happen to come across it, send it to me.
He also testified Centennial requires a coach to be present at its team tent because teenagers can sometimes get into conflicts.
Oh no, where was the coach? Is that what's going on? They're going to try to blame the coach? I know, that's what I'm saying, because that's not what you do. Now they're like, whoa, there's no real rules. Like, come on now. Stop it. Shout out to the New York Knicks. I hope they win. Good luck to Ma'am Danby.
The testimony appeared aimed at supporting the defense's self-defense claim and raising questions about the circumstances leading up to the confrontation.
What you do is you look at it from a reasonable person standing in the shoes of that individual. So knowing everything, a reasonable person in Mr. Anthony's shoes and all that's going on around them, is that something that's justified based on the reasonable person's perception of what's going on?
The defense is expected to continue calling witnesses on Monday, and the state could still call Hunter Metcalf as a rebuttal witness later on in this trial. And we don't know yet if Carmelo Anthony will take the stand.
Child, we know now. We know now. The answer on that is an absolute no. Let me see. What did I just see? Seeing if I could see anybody talking about it yet. No. Where are all these people who are in the damn courtroom? I guess they might be in there trying to figure out what the hell is going on, because they ain't out here saying nothing. I don't see no Nick at night. I don't see nobody saying nothing. What's up with that? All right, let's go over here to this lady, chat. CBS Texas, Carmelo Anthony's defense continues with student witnesses in track meet stabbing trial.
Carmelo Anthony is charged with murder in the death of Austin Metcalf. Anthony's attorneys claim the stabbing was self-defense. Our Trevor Sahaki is live outside the courthouse. And Trevor, the prosecution rested its case on Saturday, and the defense is continuing to make its case today.
Yeah, that's right, Karen. The defense is now on its third witness of the day today. That's yet another student who was at the track meet on the day of the stabbing. The pattern of questions from the defense seems to be aimed at showing how Carmelo Anthony was not out of place under another team's tent on the day of the stabbing, and how Austin Metcalf provoked the altercation between the two of them. Now, this comes after the defense briefly questioned a Frisco police officer who confirmed it is legal to carry a knife in Texas. Before that...
Okay, it's legal to carry a knife in Texas, and I'm assuming that means a kid. Or a minor. Let me say a minor, not a kid. He just said it. So I guess it's true.
The defense briefly questioned a Frisco police officer who confirmed it is legal to carry a knife in Texas. Before that, the first witness of the day was another student who was at the track meet. He described seeing Carmelo Anthony under the Memorial High School tent, and at first everything seemed normal. Then he saw what he thought might be a fight break out. Quote, "What did you see when you first noticed something was wrong?" Witness, "I saw the arms go out. I see arms make contact with Carmelo." The witness then described Anthony's emotional state after the stabbing, calling him, quote, distraught. However, when the prosecution cross-examined the witness, it emphasized that he did not see the actual stabbing. He was on the field at the time. Quote, "You had a story in your head when we visited, correct?" Witness, "Yes. And when you saw the video, your eyes were open to what actually happened. Is that right?" Witness, "Yes." The witness also told the state...
You're just over there saying shit. You're just over there saying shit. You wasn't even there. You was out there playing your game or your sport or whatever. Goodbye. Thank you, boo. He said, show one more moron. I'm on your... Is this dude a moron? This dude is not a moron.
He would have left another team's tent if he had been asked to, if he was in a similar situation. This trial is expected to go through the end of the week. Live in the...
Wrong.
Trevor Sahaki.
All right, y'all. That's what we thought. All right, let me see what the live updates say, if they have anything to tell us. So you know they be running it as it goes live. Let me see. CBS News. All right, let me read this. All right, so I came in about an hour ago. It says the trial's lunch break was initially set to end at 12:30, but court has not returned to session as of 2 p.m. So that was all the hoopla when I came in on this. It remains unclear what has led to the delay. That was 59 minutes ago. Then it says the trial, 40 minutes ago, the trial resumes after an extended lunch break. The trial got back underway at 2:19 p.m., 3 hours after being excused for a lunch break that was supposed to end at 12:30. 30 minutes ago, the defense Court dismissed until closing arguments. After returning from an extended lunch break, the defense team announced it was resting its case and the court was dismissed for the day. The jury will return on Tuesday, at which time it will be sequestered. I'm not going to rush you, so we'll just play it by ear tomorrow, the judge said to the jury. Again, Judge Roach instructed the jury to go home and not discuss the case and not get on social media. Okay. Don't get on social media. They don't know what the heck they're talking about, said Roach. Court will resume 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Oh, my God. All right. So that's really it, honestly. That's exactly what just happened. So that's accurate. Wow. Who knew? So I guess if they're doing closing arguments, then I guess that means that the prosecution is not going to bring up Hunter. So Hunter doesn't speak. Carmelo doesn't speak. Who's going to win, y'all? What do you think based off of what we've heard thus far? You know what I mean? So we can confirm that. No, seriously. If Carmelo's family raised, how much did they raise? $600,000? Does this sound like a $600,000 defense, Bueller? Does this sound like a $600,000 defense? They, in essence, started on Saturday and ended on Monday afternoon. Did they even get a full day, a full whole ass work day? Did they even get a full ass work day out of this? I want my money back. You know who that? Well, they should have went and hired. They should have went and hired Mr. What is his name, Child? Mr. Child's lawyer, the guy that everybody's trying to come down on. Pause. Which is kind of one of the reasons why I titled it the way that I titled it and put on what I put on, because shout out to the Sassy Straights, the blacks. They sure do be cutting for you when you do something wrong, don't they? They sure do be cutting for y'all when something is going wrong, don't they? Why is it that it has to be, seemingly, in my opinion? I was just thinking about it. It was, he's so smart, you jackass. I worked last week for a full day and actually went back and worked Friday night. Thank you very much. So that I could finish what needed to be done. Anyway, thank you, boo. So it only seems like anybody ever gives a damn for y'all when you're in dire straits, going to jail, being convicted, about to be sentenced. How come don't nobody give a damn about y'all before any of that shit happens, Bueller? Is it just me? Because, child, any other time, everything is your fault. Now, all of a sudden, it's all hands on deck. Do people be thinking about that beforehand? Does anybody be thinking about that beforehand? Reaper, I see you too. I just think, like, when Funky Dineva came out, which I have to play. I'm trying to wait to see if something comes up. I have to play that again. He can say whatever he wants, all the stars. Yeah, sis. Talking about Funky Dineva. Yeah, sis. Right? Going along with it. Yeah, ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. F them Negroes. All of a sudden, there's a, what is his name? Oh my God, Carson. Child, what is his name? Kaysen, I think. Kaysen, something happens to Kaysen. Oh my God, it's us against the Asians. Now we gotta go all in with the Asians. We gotta come together. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Because it's all liberal. It's still a liberal thing, in my opinion, for the most part. Who out here talking shit? Who out here saying that this needs to be done, that needs to be done, this needs to be done? Oh, so now y'all coming together? So again, you don't think long-term, future consequences. Nope, everything is just, thank y'all, Cyrus, thank you. Everything is just off of the damn cuff. Whatever. Child, y'all just supposed to come back in line. Y'all know what you're supposed to do. Are y'all back in line, back in step, step and fetch it up, okay? That's what you're supposed to do. Now, once this is all died down, you'll be back to Sassy Straights. You ain't shit, you ain't got shit, you ain't gonna be shit, and you're the cancer of the community, okay? Thank you, Kofa. He said that defense money in that mansion they bought, they let the defense attorney spend the night sometimes. I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but we did learn that they did use that money to buy themselves, I'm going to just say a bigger home. Nobody got nothing to say about that, none of that, right? Nothing. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that. I mean, whatever. So $600,000, that was a $600,000 defense, y'all? All right. If you say so. Y'all like it? I love it. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Frankie. What is that, CLV? Charlie, you must be new. You know, I can't see. Frankie CLV. Thank you, boo. He said 600,000 raised means 575,000 spent on trips and luxury items for parents in 20. Goodbye. Stop. Stop it. We don't know that. Frankie fits right in around here. But you might be right. We did lear that they did buy a bigger home. I'm gonna just call it a bigger home. And then to turn around and see this cannot have been 24 full hours, y'all. It cannot have been 24 hours in the defense rest. It bet not be that not going, what is that dude? The national stupid network that dude that they had speaking for them ran when they ran Austin's father out of the press conference. Now, there's still nobody on here. I can't even believe it. All right, then let me move on because I don't see anything. But yeah, this is what Pascal, let's see what's going on here. Let's see if she got it together.
Basically said that Melo was crying. Like, he was able to see that he was very emotional. And he said the best way that he can describe how Melo was that he was distraught. He said that basically like everybody was in that same like distraught mood.
I wonder why.
Then they wanted to know, like, what did he hear him say?
I know y'all know the wrong thing.
Okay. I don't know what happened, but I got 10 more minutes. So if y'all in the chat can look at the time, let my uncle know when 10 minutes go by. So, because I got 10 more minutes. So I think all right. So after that, it was time for the prosecution to do cross. And basically what they tried to do was discredit the witness. They tried to basically... Ma'am,
that's their job. What are we doing right now? That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do.
Said, well, you know that when we showed you the video about a few weeks ago, that when you thought that all of this stuff happened and when you thought you saw a movement, that wasn't until after the stabbing, it wasn't before. And then he was like, yes, he agreed that it was after. And then he wanted to know basically
nobody wins in this.
That he got a few things wrong from his account and from what he had remembered. And then he said that in the detective's statement, you say Melo was normal. He said, yes, sir. He said, you say that you guys went to the dugout and they told you to leave. And then he was like, yes, sir. And then after they were in the dugout, he said that when the coach told you guys to leave, you left without a problem, right? And then he was like, yes, sir, or whatever. And then he said, you thought people were surrounding Melo, and but that was after the stabbing. And then they was like, well, do you want us to show you like where you were on the field when all of this happened? And he said that like they didn't really need to show him. But then the prosecution was kind of like pressing, and he was basically like, well, we can show you if you don't remember, or, you want to like refresh your recollection and stuff like
that. She must still be nervous. She must still be nervous or something.
That. And so then they showed him a video where he was standing on the field, and while he was standing on the field, he basically was reminded that he was kind of like in the middle. So if you ever been to a football stadium and you see like there's like a center of the field, like there's like halfway between one side to the other, like he was in the kind of like the middle in the 40-yard line, and then you can see that the bleachers were kind of like a little bit away. And then he showed him how once he started to look back, it looked like it was after the.
Child, who's following this? I can't do it. Can anybody follow what she's saying? Anybody, Bueller? All right. I mean, she's not a real journalist. She's just YouTubing, which is fine, but I don't know what she's talking about. So let's go to News Nation, child.
Oh, Brooke Schaefer outside that courthouse. Thank you. Let's bring in our legal experts now. Nima Rahmani is a former federal prosecutor, and Brian Claypool is a criminal defense attorney. Great to have both of you here. Nima, a 16-year-old teammate of Austin Metcalf's, testified that the day was completely normal. It was a morning. They were all there for this track meet. It was raining. The teens were all sitting under a tent during a rain delay when they saw Carmelo Anthony walk up and stand under their tent. He said almost immediately Austin Metcalf confronted Carmelo Anthony and told him several times to leave, and that Anthony refused. What do you make of that?
A very powerful testimony today, Elizabeth, when you have these high school students really being percipient witnesses to this tragic stabbing. And the fact that you had them describing Carmelo Anthony walking into this tent, being asked to leave. And I'm not saying he necessarily had to leave, but it was certainly helpful evidence for the prosecution, because you have Anthony admitting that he shouldn't bring a knife to a school event and then reaching into the backpack, right? Now, again, he did warn Metcalf not to touch him. But the fact that he brought the knife, he had his hand in his backpack, it really cuts against the defense's argument that this was a split-second reaction and he had to stab Anthony, not just anywhere, but, stab Metcalf, but in the heart, right in the chest near there. I think that was very strong evidence for the prosecution today.
Yeah, Brian, we have yet to hear nowhere in the opening arguments yesterday or in any of the cross-examinations from the defense team, we've yet to hear any explanation for why Carmelo Anthony was carrying a knife. We don't know if he felt he was being threatened somehow.
Because he can. We learned that today. He can carry it.
We don't know if the school he went to was rough. I've heard of kids who go to really rough schools and feel somehow they have to carry.
Is that racist? Why she think he going to a rough school and that's why he got a pocket knife? Elizabeth Vargas, I'm gonna need you to do better than that. They live in a nice, bright neighborhood. What in the world?
Carry a knife to protect themselves. We don't know if he's from a neighborhood where he would have felt like that. There's been absolutely nothing as to why he would bring a knife to a track meet when weapons are prohibited.
Well, Elizabeth, you just helped me make my biggest point in this case. Carmelo Anthony will need to testify at this trial. If I was representing him, I would have already had a conversation with him that you need to testify. You need to provide the jury with a backstory, just what you're talking about. What has his life been like?
Well, I guess people should think about that before they make dumb decisions like putting knives in people's bodies. They should think before they act. It's called thinking before you fucking act. What are we talking about right now? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It certainly didn't stop the family from buying a bigger home. And they're in a well-to-do neighborhood. I ain't stopping at none of them, so save it.
Has he been threatened, for example, by kids at his school or other schools? Has he been bullied? I've worked on a lot of bullying cases out here in California that have led to serious injury and a death a year or two ago. So we need to know what's in his mind as to why he's going to carry a knife. Did he live in a rough neighborhood? Was he assaulted before, right?
Yeah.
And look.
Yeah, this sounds racist. This sounds racist.
He had a right to be at that track meet. His school was participating. I believe he was even supposed to be participating.
Yeah, he was competing. He was captain of the track team.
All right, so now we know he was going to compete. It wasn't his turn yet. It was too early in the morning. So he was there to compete. All right, good to know. Good to know. We be leering, child.
Right, so he takes a backpack to coach basketball. Our players have backpacks all the time. That's like a badge of honor. But look, he may have had that knife in there because he feared for his safety. But I think there was some testimony today.
Feared for his safety at the track meet. Maybe he was just maybe he just had a knife, just like somebody just said. People just carry pocket knives, I guess. Now I'm a little shaky on whether or not you're allowed to have it at a track meet or not, but it's okay to carry it as long as the blade is a certain size or less. That's what we leered.
It did help his case, and that is that it's unequivocal that Metcalf put his hands on Anthony, and I see it a little bit different, Elizabeth and Nima. The fact that Carmelo's got his hands in the backpack, I don't think he woke up and said, "I'm going to go stab somebody today." He was afraid. That's why he had his hands there. And Elizabeth, witnesses have.
I don't think that he woke up and said that he was going to red rum anybody that day either. Allegedly, I just don't think so. However, like I've said plenty of times, well before any of this happened, damn it, there's a piece of hair in my face. Well before any of this mess ever happened, like my stepfather always told me, you have to fucking think. You have to think before you act. You have to think before you act because it'll make a difference. And this is the perfect example of exactly what he was talking about. If you don't think you can change your life and the trajectory of your life in 1 second, that is the epitome of what my stepfather said to me. He definitely pushed that shit. So people try to act like they're saying, oh, he was a good family. His parents were together. He did this. He had that. That's nice. Everybody was something until they weren't. Everybody was something until they weren't. So these narratives of, you know, especially when we know that he copped to it. He copped to it. Like, are y'all crazy? He said he did it. So yeah, all they could do is at this point is self-defense because he admitted it, and it would be on camera because he told it to an oppressor. So everybody, I guess, was good when they was born, I would hope, and then they turned to crap later on. That one dude from Julio Fulio that they was trying to make sure didn't get the DP, Sean Gaithwaite, I think his name was. They said he was good. They said he was a good boy. Clearly he wasn't. Child, they showed his history and he was not. He was in a nice neighborhood. Child, y'all think nice neighborhoods mean anything? Half of them damn school shooters come from nice neighborhoods. Child, if y'all don't go on somewhere, this is crazy.
He said more than once, I've got something in this bag. That's his way of signaling to Metcalf and his entourage that, look, I don't want to go there. Please let me alone.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, I think there's some good argument.
Nima, I'm curious.
All right. It looks like there's an update. Let's see what Fox got to say. I know nobody believes Fox, but we're going to listen.
Attorneys for Carmelo Anthony making their case, claiming he acted in self-defense when he fatally stabbed Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet. The state rested his case on Saturday. Brooke Taylor is live in McKinney, Texas, to bring us up to date on this case. Brooke.
Hey, girl.
Hi, Bill. Well, the testimony during this trial has been emotional. The jurors heard from more than a dozen students that were under the tent and saw the stabbing. Now, prosecutors straight up asked several of these witnesses, was this self-defense? And they simply answered no. So Carmelo Anthony, he is charged with murder after admitting to fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in the chest during a high school track meet last year. Investigators say the confrontation started after
I can't even listen to stuff at regular speed anymore.
Anthony was sitting under another school's team tent. Witnesses testified that Metcalf repeatedly asked him to leave. Jurors were shown grainy surveillance footage showing the physical confrontation lasted just seconds. Now, an 18-year-old witness who knew both Anthony and Metcalf took the stand. He testified, quote, Carmelo said, you will have to move me. Austin put his hand on his back. I saw Carmelo's hand go in the backpack. We're at a track meet. I wouldn't expect anything to be in there, Carmelo said. Touch me. You'll have to move me and find out, trying to provoke him. Then what happens? The prosecutor asks. The witness says Austin put his hand on him and falls back. How was Austin trying to move him? The witness says it was him trying to move him off his seat, a soft shove. A 16-year-old witness then testified.
Thank you for the jewels. I'm sorry, I can't see who it was, but thank you so much.
That, quote, Anthony repeated, F y'all, I'm not going to leave. He said Anthony also threatened, touch me and see what happens, while Metcalf told him, I'm not going to fight you. And then notably, this was big over the weekend, one of the defense's own witnesses during cross-examination said, quote, I think Carmelo was in the wrong. Prosecutors added, did Carmelo Anthony provoke the confrontation? The witness answered yes. Now the state rested after calling 21 witnesses. Now the defense presenting their case. We're expected to hear from more of their witnesses today, Bill.
Wow. Okay, Brooke Taylor, thank you. Watching that case.
No, so nothing more. Child, no one has anything yet. All right, let's go back to Liz. Let me acknowledge this jackass. Shout out to Trinidad. He said, be right back. When I come back, you getting cussed out. I don't know what for. I ain't do nothing to you. Just being difficult for difficult's sake. Shout out to Sean. Thank you, boo. Carmelo lawyers are working his defense like they want him in prison. I can't disagree with that. I'm telling you, it ain't been a full 24 hours they supposed to be working. This is a $600,000 defense. I'm gonna pretend I don't know that they bought a house. This is a $600,000 defense. I wonder if Mr. Child paid that much to that black man. All right, Elizabeth, you back on, Child.
I'm sure this will come up at some point, but police reports show that Carmelo Anthony was 5'9" and 130 pounds. School sports records show that Austin Metcalf was 6 feet and nearly 100 pounds bigger, heavier. He was a star linebacker, very, very good football player. he was 200 to 225 pounds. Will the defense try to make something out of the fact that Austin Metcalf was bigger and that therefore Carmelo Anthony might have felt intimidated or afraid?
Absolutely. You know, the reports are he was at least 50 pounds, maybe up to 100 pounds bigger than him. His twin brother was there. Obviously, his teammates were there. I mean, Anthony does walk into a rival team's tent, so that's going to be an important factor as well. But no question, the size difference, the number of people, that all goes to his state of mind and the reasonableness of his response. Did he think he was going to be jumped? There was some testimony today that it was shoved with one arm in the shoulder. Other people said two, right? What was the nature of the
arms on both shoulders, hands on both shoulders.
Yeah, I think that's important as well, right? Does he think he's about to get jumped and beat up? Again, I still think the response
Yeah, but he could have walked out of the tent. I mean, you know, if he really thought
he's a track star. Yeah, he can run away, right? I mean, obviously you don't have to run away. You can stand your ground in Texas. We know that. But again, I think this whole case comes down to whether the response was reasonable and proportionate. That's it. It's clear that he was assaulted. It's clear that Metcalf was the initial aggressor, but that doesn't mean you can shoot to kill or stab to kill. You can't use deadly force, again, unless there's that imminent risk of death or serious bodily injury. And I don't think we're there yet. We'll see what the defense tries to pull out of its hat. But so far, obviously, in the prosecution's case in chief, I do think they have a clear advantage here.
Brian, what do you make of
All right. That's enough of that. This is from earlier, but I don't even know if it matters at this point. At 1:21 EST, and it is 4:32 EST right now. It says Carmelo Anthony jurors shocked to their core over ghastly autopsy photos and accused deleter refuses to look. Jurors were visibly shocked as graphic autopsy photos of Texas teen Austin Metcalf, including his eviscerated heart, were shown during the Red Room trial of Anthony, who averted his eyes from the grim evidence. Some of the jury members gasped, and one woman put her hand over her mouth. Uh-oh, that can't be good. As pictures were displayed of Metcalf's body, showing a large stab wound in his chest and his punctured heart, according to a report by the Daily Mail. The family of the slain 17-year-old high school jock left the Collin County courtroom in McKinney, Texas, during a gruesome testimony of a medical examiner, which included disturbing photos. Meanwhile, the 19-year-old accused Red Brummer looked down at his lap when the pictures were shown. Medical examiner Dr. Elizabeth Ventura told jurors the knifing left Metcalf with a gaping 2-inch wound, and that knife went so deep it pierced the bone of his chest and the right side of his heart. Oh my God. Anthony is accused of thrusting a semi-serrated folding knife into Metcalf's chest once during a Frisco track and field meet on April 2nd, 2025, after a dispute over seating at Cookendale. Metcalf, a student at Frisco, asked Anthony, then a 17-year-old student at Frisco Centennial. Oh, Frisco Memorial for Austin, Frisco Centennial for Carmelo, to move out from under the Memorial team tent set up. Well, maybe he was confused because both of them are named Frisco. This one school is Frisco Memorial, the other one's Frisco Centennial. Maybe he got the Friscos messed up. Maybe. But Anthony refused to budge despite repeated requests by multiple students, and then he provoked Metcalf when he said, "Touch me and find out," and had his hands inside his backpack, suggesting he would pull something out. Metcalf shoved Anthony, and Anthony pulled the blade out of the bag, did what he did. Jurors heard from witnesses. Metcalf's twin brother Hunter and others attempted to revive him, and it did not work. Trial could wrap by the end of the week. Little do y'all know. All right. So honestly, nobody is out yet. And I can't understand what Nick is saying. So I'm going to have to pass on that. I don't see anything new. No one is live. So we shall have to wait. Pascal is on, but no. All right. Everything else is from some hours ago. So where I was going to go originally with today's show before all this happened was to say, look at all this support. Rest in peace to Cyrus. Oh, yeah, mercy. And, Carmelo, obviously, we know is on trial. And the community is having a fit, a meltdown as usual. Everybody's black, so everybody black got to stand up for everybody because they black. You're supposed to not buy anything Asian anymore. In case y'all didn't know, it's a boycott on all things Asian food. I'm gonna go ahead and say hair, lashes, bonnets. No more. Excuse me. It's all going away to take a stand because of what happened to Cyrus. That's what they're saying. Even Jamel with her blonde hair, She didn't really say it. She just said Asian covers a lot. Japanese, Chinese, whatever other E's there is. She's just saying it's a lot of people. She ain't saying to do it. She just said a lot of people come under Asian. She just wants y'all to know what you're doing. No Chinese food, okay? No Jordans allegedly, even though I thought they was just done in a sweatshop somewhere in India. I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. And this is what y'all supposed to do, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. And in protest, there are some jackasses who are calling Chinese restaurants, ordering like 200 worth of food and then not going to pick it up, thinking that they're going to waste something. But as I was watching somebody else's video, they were saying that the stuff that they're ordering are stuff that people order all the time. So if they don't come get it, they'll just sell it to the next person that's coming in. They ain't even ordering nothing like shrimp, egg foo young, lobster, egg foo young. Oh, I love me some lobster, egg foo young. Everybody can't make it, but I like it. I like egg foo young, actually. Now I want some Chinese food. Anyway, I don't need it. Not because of boycott, because it's just not on my diet plan. Anyway, shout out to RB, and he said, I think this case is being set up for an appeal for Mello. Oh, it's definitely going to get appealed. That's not even a question. No way he got competent representation. It shouldn't be for that reason. They chose that lawyer. I don't think that they should get an appeal granted because of the lawyer. That was their choice. That's who they paid all that $600,000 towards. So that's on them. Probably got recommended from that NG National Action Network dude. Who would listen to him? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but child, them using him as a spokesperson already tells me, child, some people don't have much common sense. Who would want that man to be your damn spokesperson? Whatever. They like it. I love it. Thank you, Boo. He said they setting this up for Scammer Crump Esquire. Oh, no. I think he only deals with the oppressor. He better not come down there. I just pointed him out yesterday. He over there dealing with something somewhere with an oppressor and a black person because that's his stilo. But there may be a new lawyer that comes out. You never know from this. Might be a new lawyer on the scene. You never know. Thank you, Boo. And thank you for having me on the show last night. Sorry I couldn't hang the whole time, child. I was tired. He says, RBN, thank you, Boo. He says, side note, you missed last night where the mother went to law school with her I expect to see that in some shorts and stuff. That whole thing was just a mess to watch. Anyway, if y'all didn't see it, make sure you go over there and watch the live stream from last night that RBN did. The child support system and that lady taking that man to court, but I digress. Anyway, so let's go over here to Funky. Because like I said, I just want to remind the colored community that when you support shit like this and you allow it and you cheer it on and then you see that people don't necessarily want to hear from y'all, it could be for this reason. But why is it it's always some fucking debauchery or some negativity, and that's what's supported with regard to black men? But let there be Jamie Foxx over here about to have a baby. It's not congratulations. It's you're a sellout and you ain't shit. How is that a thing? How? What did he do? Did he break the law? Did he stab somebody? Did he steal something? Was he carrying a weapon? Nope, none of that. Is it just like the community likes to protect criminals, it seems like? I'm not calling these people criminals. I'm just saying, is that what the theme is? Is that as long as you're a criminal, you're doing good for the community and that's where the support comes from? Because again, as long as it's y'all, now I'm talking about y'all, it's a fucking problem. It's a damn problem. No one around, none of these men around here can just be working, blue collar, veterans, child, VP, AVP, child, I don't know, whatever. Just making a living, just going to work, coming home, playing video games, child, whatever y'all do. You don't buy pillows. You're not doing that. So I don't know what you're doing. And then just chilling because they don't want to be dealing with you heifers. Then all of a sudden it's a problem and they ain't shit. You going over to there and they ain't shit because they ain't checking for you. It's always some ain't shit ninja. Then something happens and all of a sudden you want somebody's help, right? And support. And you need to boycott too. And you got to boycott Target. And now you got to boycott all Asians. Now, listen, I don't know what y'all sassy straights do because, y'all, I don't think y'all really buy much of anything. No shade. Are y'all gonna give up the Chinese? Do y'all be in Chinese places? Let me not say Chinese. Do y'all be in Asian stores? Do y'all be in the hair salon, the hair places? Are y'all standing in lines all the way around when a new hair place opens? Because I'm telling y'all, as soon as y'all see a new hair place opening, you see a line around the corner, you better make sure you send it to me expeditiously. You heard? Y'all better make sure you send it to me expeditiously, okay? So I put out a video earlier today where the Chinese lady was like, you Negroes, and that's not the word she was using. And I didn't put that in there, but on her other video, I did hear her use the N-word hard ER. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. We don't give a shit. You ain't shit, and we don't care about your shit. Go ahead. They daring y'all. Oh, because I didn't say I was joining, just like I didn't say I was joining Target. But they daring y'all to go ahead. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Somebody said, oh, you ain't got, you think those Asians in your community or something like that care about you? I don't need them to care about me. I need them to get these fucking nails done. And I need to make sure that when they're giving me a pedicure, that I go to sleep, okay? That massage better work and my drink better come and it better taste good, okay? That's all I care about. See, I don't get attached to people like that. If the person that typically does my nails ain't there to do it, I don't give a fuck. As long as y'all know what you're doing, give me somebody else. I don't want to be in here all day. I already know I got to give up 2.5 to 3 hours of my life to be there. Listen, give me somebody else. I don't care. Y'all all better know what you're doing. Because if you fuck it up, I just don't go back. That's the difference between me and some of y'all. Not y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to keep going someplace where they treat me badly. They don't give me my money's worth. They act like that I'm stealing. They accuse me. They follow me. I know people follow people in major department stores. I know I've worked in plenty of department stores, but in a place like the little Sunoco or whatever, yeah, no. If I seen somebody coming behind me, I'm leaving. No, what? I don't care. I don't care. I don't have to spend my money anywhere. I spend it where I choose to spend it. It's not a necessity to have to do it here. So I stand by what I said yesterday or the day before yesterday. I think this should be taken as a lesson about who you allow into your communities to set up shop and how it is that they treat you, what it is that you give back, what your community gets back. But instead, y'all want to just willy-nilly, because this is all willy-nilly, y'all. It's just willy-nilly, nothing Asian. That sounds crazy. And you know why it sounds crazy? Because anybody with common sense, let me rephrase, chat. Anybody with common sense knows, first of all, most things that you buy say made in China. And China is under Asian, for those that don't know. And y'all know I'm not the brightest, but child, I do know that. Made in China. Okay. And allegedly Jordans are made in China. Colors, you giving up them sneakers, child? Let me know. I would love to know. I would love to know. But what's in the neighborhoods typically is the same as probably a community like where Cyrus was. Gas stations owned by people with the last name Patel. I'm sorry. It is what it is. What do y'all want from me? Or Chow. And honestly, he probably sold it to his cousin, allegedly. I know that's being racist, but I don't care. Shit, I'm stereotyping. You see, they help each other out. You see, it went from one Asian to another Asian. You colors won't even do that with each other with anything. You just want to attack and talk about people and curse them out and then have the nerve to turn around talking about why somebody would talk about y'all. Y'all make it so easy. This is what the community does. You don't think about the future. You just get so much into your damn feelings that you're willing to toss the whole fucking community away. Then something happens. It's like, you not participating. Who you talking to? Who you talking to? Who? Y'all been throwing me away and I'm all good with it. But y'all been throwing people that are married. Does any of this sound familiar? In a long-term relationship? Don't have a problem with men who work, men who actually take care of their children, men who actually can sustain a relationship. Y'all got all sorts of issues and problems with that. Y'all got all kinds of problems running off at the mouth, letting this nigga talk his shit. Black men are the cancer to the community. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? And now y'all want to talk about support and boycott and all that shit again. Child, it is the same shit. This is just a different damn day of the week. That's all it is. Y'all will never learn. I'm just a little bit confused, but we're going to listen to this nigga and remind everyone what the fuck it is that he says. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at a few other things. Because like I said, it's really interesting how all the support comes either a criminal after someone is taken on up out of here, or some crazy ass situation that they gotten themselves into, and now there's suddenly supposed to be all this support. Why don't you have all this support for the upstanding citizens is the real question. The people who are following the law. Nah, y'all would rather say, you're acting like a white supremacist. How about we're just acting like normal people in society who ain't got time to be worried about every fucking white person that comes in front of our face. Then you go down to a place where said races are going to be. I'm going to let it go, child. I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to talk about that girl. Shout out to Devon. I appreciate you, boo. He said the long-term solution is to build black hair and nail shops, grocery stores, gas stations, and support them. But black folk won't make the sacrifice long-term, which I forget who I was talking. RBN last night, we were talking about that. He was saying that it was a $10,000 investment needed into the Steak and Shake, and then you get a $168,000 salary. You get the store, you have to manage it. And of course, you're going to have to put in some hours. You got to put in a lot of hours if you're going to run anything on your own. You get to come into the franchise. You get to potentially make all this money. You get a business. You can expand. You can build your wealth. You know, you can talk about generational wealth, but if you're not doing anything about it, all it is just talk. And he said, you know, black people won't do it. One, because of 10,000, which is honestly, is a very small amount for a franchise fee. But you are going to have to work. Like what happened to people's work ethic? It's like no one wants to work, child. I ain't even talking about Z's right now. Y'all be back on my list tomorrow. But I'm just talking about as a whole, what is wrong with working, Bueller? What is wrong with going out there and getting what it is that you need in order to live your fucking life so that you don't have to go and vote for a socialist because you want them to give you something like that girl out there in Seattle, which is half damn crazy, and then Ma'am Danby, which is going to turn crazy. There's no doubt about it. We'll see what happens once the Knicks win. Good luck to y'all. Good luck to y'all in New York. Thank you, Devon. I appreciate you. Shout out to Queen Gen Z, but we like her. She said, speaking of Chung Lee, oh Lord, I plan to get a petty set done to my room for the triple going on with my coworker this week. I ain't gotta let them know. They gotta squeeze me in on Wednesday at this point. Exactly. Child, I ain't got nothing to do with none of it. Okay. Again, those people down there in South Damn Carolina want to do this stuff as far as Asians are concerned. You should be doing what you need to do in that community. And I don't think burning down and burning the building up, doing all that made any sense, because what does that get you? What does that change? And how does it make anything better? How about somebody say, you know what, let's pool our money together. Let's go ahead and buy it ourselves. Of course, it has to be for sale, or build something, or bring in our own hair. I saw people talking about that in somebody's comment section, talking about, oh, well, we sell hair. Well, it does come from the Asians. Yes, it still comes from it. Where do you think that hair coming from, child? Asians. So in essence, you're really still doing the same damn thing. Who's stupid enough not to recognize that? We know. We thought you knew. Okay, so y'all really still I feel like that's going to be allowed, though, during this boycott, because, you know, can't nobody not have their hair, child. I know I can't. Shit, I ain't lying. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. Y'all go ahead, child. I'll watch y'all, support you right here, because I'll talk about y'all. As long as we talking about you, you're going to get noticed. So that's good. Shout out to us. We be leering and helping. Look who's back, y'all. He said, back, what the F I missed. Y'all still acting up. We about to, because we about to hear what this nigga got to say right here again.
A lot of flack for this, but I'm gonna say it out loud with my whole chest. Straight black men are the cancer of the black community. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. Ladies, I'm here to tell y'all something. All this shit that y'all got going on, some of y'all, not all of y'all, with the gays and with the trans, let it go. Your issue is not a trans woman. Your issue is not a punk or not a sissy. Your issue is all of our issue. Straight black men. Straight black men
So now everybody's supposed to come together. So now straight black men as a whole are all the problem. So let's go ahead and assume that Cyrus and Carmelo are straight, but they not a problem. Neither one of them are the problem. So now everybody got to come together. Shout out to the straights. Shout out to the straights, the sassies. Y'all got to come on now and make sure you support. They call when they call your name. Shout out to DeBarge. When they call your name, you supposed to come running. You heard what Tiffany said. You heard what the Black Cindy Brady said. If you read the she can't salesman, don't get behind, but what the women? Y'all better get on behind Funky Dineva. Shout out to Lauren coming in here and causing trouble. But thank you for the support. I appreciate you. I see you, hon. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Are the enemy to the gays. Straight black men are the enemy to the trans. Straight black men are who are causing harm to the girls and the women. That's where it's at. Now, y'all can shoot the messenger. Y'all can call me all type of faggots on the Shade Room and all the other blog sites. That's going to pick this up and I'll eat it. But you'll never see a situation.
I bet he will.
With girls and women walking around saying they scared of the gay boys. They scared of their life for the gay boys. They don't want to be around the gay boys. It ain't us going around with these fragile ass egos.
So did y'all hear about I think who told me? I think it was maybe Kofa that told me that PrEP didn't really work as well as everybody was thinking. HIV might be climbing, child. HIV might be climbing. Everybody wanted to be like, oh, you can take HIV. You can take HIV. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Is that what y'all want to do? Let's see what some of this stars be saying about y'all. Now, this is not specific to this case at all. I just went over to TikTok because, you know, that's where all the biatches be talking. Because, you know, everybody wants y'all to come together. Come together. Let's come together. Let's come together. We got to support. We got to come together. We got to support. We got to come together. No one thinks about the future, child. Nobody thinks long term, down the road. Nothing. It's whatever you feel right then and there, which is the reason why this whole thing talking about, oh, you got to boycott all Asians. What? What? That don't even make no sense. There's no thought behind it. There's no plan. There's no outcome. There's no objectives. It's just stop doing everything Asian. Child, y'all just be saying shit.
The only black girl that has went through this experience with certain black men. I swear, some black men be feeling some type of way when you are unapologetically a black girl who loves being a black girl and everything that comes with being a black girl. Like, you're mad at me because I have done the work. I have done the work to push out that shadow from slavery babes, okay? And you're mad that I love being black and I love having nappy hair and I love having big lips in both places, bitch. To say something, y'all, and I know I'm not the only black girl that has went through this experience with certain black men. I swear, some black men be feeling some type of way when you are unapologetically a black girl who loves being a black girl and everything that comes with being a black girl. Like, you're mad at me because I have done the work. I have done the work to push out that shadow from slavery babes, okay? And you're mad that I love being black and I love having nappy hair. And I love having big lips in both places, bitch.
So, news ticks, you know there's never really a point. It just says a black girl who is unapologetically black is a self-hating black man's biggest trigger. But I'm telling you, these are the same people that expect y'all to stop, drop, and roll whenever they want to. And in my opinion, here is the example that I've been basically saying. You can talk shit. You can talk dog shit about a decent damn man. You will allow Funky Dineva and say, yeah, sis, go, sis, to him in support of anything that downs black man. But as soon as something is wrong, like Cyrus or Carmelo or Sean Gaithwaite and the rest of those fools, then all of a sudden everybody got to support. Oh, well, poor black men. It don't make sense. Not a black man. Oh my God, not a black man. He's getting railroaded. Oh my God. Whoa, what the fuck are y'all doing when they're not in trouble? What are we talking about right now? So all the support for Carmelo, who admitted what he did, which everyone knows that he took Austin the hell up out of here. Now the reasons is up in the air. Reasons is up in the air. Okay. But y'all, these people just over here minding their black ass business, and you got all types of shit to say about them, and they got households, and they got kids that they raising. They go to work. They ain't bother nobody. They ain't doing shit. You call them everything but the child of damn God. I'm confused. So in other words, y'all gotta be ain't shits, I guess. Allegedly. So y'all got to be ain't shits in order for these shits to shut the shit. Allegedly.
Did not realize how hated black men were by black women until I did my series. My husband was raised by a single mom, and this is what I've learned. And then I did another video, Black Men in Therapy, and the comments from black women, wow, color me surprised.
As a proud member of the Niggas Ain't Shit Club, I'm just gonna say this. Y'all taking it a little too far.
I did not know that's where this was going. I thought this was gonna be a positive one for y'all.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Because back in my day, when you used to talk about your disdain for black men, it was a particular type of black man. It was the ones that was going in and out of jail, creating broken homes, raping women.
Wait, in and out of jail? Those are the ones that you cutting for. Remember all the support for Sean Gaithwaite? Remember all that? Now this all the support for Carmelo and Cyrus?
Women, selling drugs, unaliving people. And it used to be a thing where we used to say, I hate niggas, but I love black men, because we clearly was able to separate the two. But now y'all dislike all of them. See, it used to be, oh, I don't like the Boosies of the world. Now you don't like Keith Lee either? Oh no. And the crazy part about it is if you look at the numbers, black men are doing incredible. Literally almost a 180-degree change from what they were 20 years ago. The more Gen Z black men in college than it is in jail. A recent study showed that actually 80% of black children are being raised in two-parent households. Since they are not married, it's still considered a single-parent household. Only 16% of black men have more than one baby mama. And I can go on and on and on because women lie, men lie, but the numbers don't lie. Black men have been doing their big work. And I say this as somebody who was very proud, even.
Oh, man, look at that. Y'all getting some support. That's good. Good. That's not where I thought this was going. I didn't know. That's good. It's a save. Shout out to y'all, sassies. Thank you, RB. And he says, wait, so straight black men are the cancer to black women, but we not going to talk about the volume of so-called rainbow black men giving straight black women their besties the HIV? No, you're always wrong. Okay. I don't know what your problem is today. I don't know why you don't act like you don't know what it is. It's always your fault. Shout out to Jermaine. Y'all already know. Anyway.
On social media.
People be finding it so hard to believe, but like Seattle black men do not like black women. Seattle black men prefer white women or Hispanic women. Now, I'm not saying all, but most black men don't fuck with black women out here. Like most of the men out here, you'll see.
Are y'all not interested in her, Bueller? Can y'all see her? Hold on. Can y'all see her? Y'all not interested, Bueller? Anybody? RBN? Anybody? That's what I'm thinking. It sounds like it, right? It sounds like it, right? Right? I don't know. I see a gargoyle alert, though.
See them walking around with a white woman or like a Caucasian woman or white passing. But the thing is, they low-key go for the exotic-looking white woman or they go for the basic white woman. But
wait, that thing says licky. Some licky. I'm reading it backwards. Like to lick. And it's, ooh, Lord help you. Anybody interested, Bueller? Anyone interested in her? Bueller? Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Because most of them are like my clients. So they tell me certain things. And I usually see certain things too. So don't think you're gonna come out here and be treated like a black queen when most of these black men will literally treat you like shit. Like I've seen countless of times a black man hold the door for a white woman and then a black woman will come behind and literally like just shut the door and not really give a fuck. So no shade, take it from me. But if you think you're about to find a black king out here, don't waste your time.
Why they got so many problems? I was just out and a whole ass black man ran over to open the door for me. 2 doors. How come they got so many problems? I'm confused. I didn't utter one word to that man. He ran to open the door for me. Why do y'all having so many problems? I'm confused, Bueller. Why do these people have so many problems? She probably oh no, she said she was in Phoenix or something. I was about to say she probably over there in Chicago where they said, probably over there where they said, you can't come outside if you're a black woman. Why are there so many problems? I'm so confused. Oh, Lord, help your people.
People be finding it.
There it is. What does it say? God is lucky. Oh, God is lucky. I thought it said licky. All right, now you got a good view. Anybody interested, Bueller? Anybody interested? You got a good view, Bueller. Anyone? This is her Instagram too, or her TikTok too. Y'all interested? You want me to drop it? All right, fine. Y'all don't have to answer me. That'd be
so hard to believe, but like,
what is that? Oh, it's a knife through a heart. Wow, how interesting given what's going on right now. I think this is a great sign. I think y'all should go ahead. I think she would be a great mother. What do y'all think? Anybody? Anybody? I think she'd be a great mom to your kids. That looks crazy, y'all. That had to hurt. What the fuck?
I will never understand why black men have to hate and put down black women. Just for white people. Boy, they don't like you. Are the biggest joke. Yeah, I don't read Ebonics. It's like something I don't do. That being said, did you even watch the fucking video? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I told my husband I felt like black women had it the hardest when it comes to where we are on the totem pole in society. And he told me he felt like black men had it the hardest because everyone views them as a threat, and then our black women dislike them too. And I didn't agree. Then started pouring in the comments where there were a lot of not graceful or kind things that were said. And so I started doing the videos to bring more awareness to it in order to help drown out those voices by more women who support black men, so that you guys know that we're here for you. But now I'm being accused that I hate black women because I'm calling out the ones that have left unkind comments, when really I'm just trying to destroy the patterns that show up in our relationships. As a black woman, I love black women. I think we have a lot of strength and resilience, and a lot of us kind of keep the core of our family together. And then being married to a black man, I love black men, and I have 2 black sons.
Yeah, all right. Shout out to Reaper, member for 21 months. I see, boo. I appreciate you. He said that is a black Aphrodite. You want the link? Oh. I don't know what that is, but it's supposedly a woman.
So I'm going to try to make a better world for them. But there doesn't have to be this gender war. My whole point of my videos are to address the patterns that go on in relationships so that I can help more of our community thrive within the relationships that we do have. But the internet's just such a weird place. So I don't know, there's that.
Yeah.
As a therapist, I think I just want to also see everybody win.
Oh.
I don't think that's so far-fetched.
One thing that I've noticed, like, I've never experienced any other race or ethnic group of men like go out of their way to try to like diminish or put a black woman down. Besides the black man, like, you could just be minding your business and then here comes a fucking black man trying to down your appearance and shit, or just talk about you for no reason. Like, you don't even know the guy. Like, why are you even being rude and nasty to me? Like, why are you talking on me or about me? Like, anything that I have on, anything that
here is plastered to your forehead, child. What in the world?
I'm doing, like, why? Like, I've never experienced any other race of men go out of their way and say something rude and nasty. Like, why do y'all do that? Like, it's why? And then it's always, oh, I'm joking. Why are you joking with me? Like, do I look like a joke, bitch?
Do you think she's giving up Asian stuff, Bueller? Do y'all think she's giving up Asian things, Bueller? Allegedly. Now, I'm just trying to understand how all of a sudden there's all this support for these 3 blacks. I'm going to just throw Sean in there, okay? Sean Gaithwaite, Cyrus, and Carmelo. Now it's all loud support. You got to support. I hate you if you don't. You're white supremacist. You're this, you're that. The black man can't even be a damn lawyer. He ain't shit. Ain't nobody shit. You got to support these people. Can't support y'all though. Y'all ain't shit because all you do is down black women, according to her. All you do is talk about black women. All you do is talk about call. That's what I hear. Call, right? Ma'am, you have hair plastered to your head. You're not a baby. That's something to talk about. I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Don't joke with me. I don't joke with you guys. I don't. It's nothing funny about you guys. Y'all be, and it's always the ones that just be got tattoos on their face, looking mad dirty.
So then that was a man a second ago.
Mother don't love them. Father never cared about them. It's just like, not, but you don't have to exude that energy to me because I don't do that to people. I treat people with respect. Stop playing with me, dog. One thing that I've noticed.
She sounds like a wonderful wife. Anyone interested? Bueller, Reaper, RBN, Trinidad, anybody? Kofa, anybody interested? Bueller, okay.
As someone who considers herself very pro-black.
Oh, y'all hate yourselves too? Y'all out here just hating yourselves and shit. Keith said, okay. No. How's Celine coming in here talking about SYCBM? Girl.
And graduated with a minor in Africana Studies, I desire to marry a black man and to have a beautiful black family. But one of the problems that I keep encountering is that a lot of black men do not like being black. And that shows up in many different ways. One being their—
I did not know that. You sassy straights, the black ones do not like being black? Woo!
Resistance to dating black women or being with black women, and that'll result in them saying, oh, their preference is Spanish woman or white woman. And although it sounds easy to say that that's their preference, but in all reality, that's internalized racism and internalized oppression. Secondly, a lot of them hate the way that they look. They hate their features. They hate their noses. They hate the way their faces are shaped. They hate the way that their looks may not be Eurocentrically favored or more ethnically ambiguous features.
Haters.
Right? And so that results into them dating outside of their race so that they can dilute those features. And mind you,
I wonder if that applies to Serena and them. You think? Bueller? Anybody? Bueller? Boo, what is Licky, Pause, effing freak? Who are you talking about? The girl with the tattoo, I hope. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Nothing. I'm just bringing the stuff to ya because we be leering around here.
Saying this is for some and not for all. And a lot of them just stand for nothing, which is really unfortunate.
Y'all don't stand for shit. What movie is that from? Tell me what movie that's from and I might try to get it.
Because, you know, if you stand for nothing, you're willing to go for everything. And a lot of them, although they stand for nothing, one thing that they definitely won't stand up for is for black women.
Oh, y'all definitely don't stand up for black women. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all already know it, but I'm just here to remind y'all, y'all ain't shit.
That black women as a population is the most unprotected demographic in the world. And so they definitely don't stand up for us. But they'll stand 10 toes down for the Spanish woman, the white woman, and for their reasoning as to why they date them. And lastly, a lot of them are just against everything black. First of all, look at Clarence Thomas. Everything black that has been voted into Congress, that has been voted into bills, into any kind of rights for civil rights from black people.
How the hell Clarence Thomas taking strays? Child.
People, he's willingly doing it. I wouldn't even say that he's being used as a puppet because he's willingly dismantling all the work that black people have put in the past 60, 70, 80, 100, 200 years, because black people have been working, right? They've been at this fight. And he is just willingly dismantling it. But we also see with him sexually assaulting Anita Hill that nothing.
So we remember that. So she's just out here just saying it like it's been proven or something. Okay.
We can't put anything past him. So unfortunately, I say all that to say
No.
I do desire to be with a black man, but it's gonna have to be the right kind of black. I'm talking about this kind. This the one I want.
Any of y'all in here? Any of y'all in here? This what they want right now. This is actually what they want right now. Y'all got to come together, child. Y'all got to go down there and y'all got to support. Y'all got to go down there and y'all got to get your money up and you got to go and protect me. You got to go down there and protect against the racists that are down there. What y'all waiting for? Black power, okay? And marry this woman. This woman needs one of y'all. Which one of y'all taking her on? Excuse me, which one of y'all are taking her on? It's up to y'all. If y'all don't do it, who gonna do it? If not you, who? If not you, who? Who? Thank you, Kev. You no, they can't be near me. I'm too old, child. I'm too old. I don't have time. They stress me the fuck out. I can't do it. I can't do it. They got all the answers. They're looking for y'all. I told you. This comment here says, I've always wanted to have a black family, have a little girl that looks just like me, teach her, this was that supposed to say, even though it says teacher, like me, teach her how to love her hair and her skin. But from a very young age, black men have always made me feel unattractive, have always glamorized lighter skin tone and white people around me, which forced me to start looking outside of my race. And oh, y'all forced this woman. This is what y'all do. You force this woman to have to look outside of her race in order to find a man because y'all didn't make her feel good. But other races always make me feel better in relationships and more confident. So who's the white supremacist at the end of the day? Child, you can't even be married to a black man and you're still a white supremacist. But these bitches can talk about wanting to be with white people and it's all accepted. Child, please. These people are crazy. I'm getting to the age where it's time to look for a serious partner and I am in conflict mentally, I genuinely fear being unattracted to a black man or a fear getting cheated on by a black man. And when I think of a white man, I mentally feel more safe just based on experience. Wow. Everything is y'all's fault. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. The creator says, unfortunately, this happens to a lot of black women. I'm sorry, sis. Your blackness is the beauty of this land. Whoo, I'm glad I don't know these people. I don't know these problems. Do not know these problems. This is wild, y'all.
Can't put anything past.
I hate when black men try to bully black women on behalf of a white woman because I was downstairs in the gym in my building and I seen there was only 2 people in there. It was a black guy on the row machine and a white.
She got them boobies out though, don't she?
Girl, she's running on the treadmill. So I started stretching in the area where the black guy was because I wanted to use the row machine, but he was still on it. So I decided to go all the way to the back of the gym and start stepping on the Stairmaster. So I'm really getting my steps in, but I still keep eyeing the black guy on the row machine. So I keep stepping, but then I see him gearing up and he going and wiping the row machine down. The guy still had 10 minutes left on the Stairmaster. So I decided, you know what, let me just finish it 10 minutes out and I'm gonna get on it after. So he exits the gym and the white girl exits the gym and they're talking in front of the freaking water fountain that's in front of the gym. So I finished my 10 minutes. I go get some water, go back in the gym, and I go sit down on the row machine. I have my music blasting. I go and I adjust the weights. And right when I try to pull down the little lat for the row machine, he comes in and he grabs it. He was like he just keeps holding on to it. So I take my earbud out and I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, she was next. I was like, well, I'm going to be really quick. And he was like, yeah, but she was next. I wiped it down specifically for her. So, you know, she was next. You don't have to get up. So I just stand up and I'm realizing that this man is only 3 inches taller than me and I'm only 4'11". So I'm like, all right, punch up, you got it. So then as I'm getting my stuff together and everything, he says really loudly to her, yeah, she kept staring at me like she was my type. So I'm like, oh, you want to play that game? I don't know what you thought you seen, but I am a white woman. So I go downstairs crying to the security guard. And I was like, this guy was just like super aggressive and he just kicked me out the gym, just crying. Can't even get the words out. Boo-hoo crying to the security guard. So he's like, what? I was like, can you check the camera? It's like, I'm just too scared to like even approach him. I'm scared that he's going to hit me. So I just boo-hoo cried down to the security guard. So he goes, he checks the film in the gym and he sees the whole incident happen. So he was like, oh, what the heck? So he goes upstairs and starts stepping on my behalf. So then the guy in the gym trying to act like it was nothing, but the security guard was like, no, we all live here and that's not the rules of the gym. You don't treat nobody like that. Boom. I finished my workout. I go back upstairs. Why I get a call from the leasing office and they were like, yeah, we're so sorry this happened. We told him he's banned from the gym for a month and we're going to take something off your rent. So we're going to make sure that we get those details from you in the morning. So, Kevin Hart, what did you learn? Yeah. What did you learn? Yeah. I hate.
Good luck to y'all. Good luck to y'all. Sank Fan in the building. I appreciate you. He said, tell her to call Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, somebody just told me that he's about to open the school. And I'm like, okay. Child, ain't nobody trying to hear none of that. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of that. Shout out to Celine. She says, I believe not all, but some of these Black people who choose to date out do so because they want to lighten their jeans sometimes. That is a thing. That is a thing. But it is what it is. I still got to look into this Dr. Umar stuff. I don't believe it. How many times do we hear that? They said, oh, he showed a video inside the school. I'm like, he always shows a video inside the school. It don't mean nothing. What's the date? What's the date? If it ain't 2026, I'm not trying to hear it. I'm ready to go. I'll take the day off. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. All right, a few more of these, then we're moving on.
I don't know. Somebody answer this question for me, please. Like, why are Black men so comfortable speaking negatively about Black women?
Y'all ain't shit.
Because it's weird. It's giving weirdo. Like, I don't like it. Like, I genuinely hate it. I can't stand a Black man that's Black women are this, Black women are that, and it's just negative after negative after negative comments. Like, I literally can't stand it. Like, I don't know what internalized hate you've got going on, whether it's against yourself, against your mother. I don't really know. But you need to heal. You need to get over it.
Heal.
Like, the amount of Black men who have said something to me as a Black woman about how they don't like Black women, or, you know, how Black women are too much of this or too little of that. Like, why do y'all hate us so much? I genuinely want to know. I genuinely want to know. I don't know. Somebody answer this question for me, please. Like,
I did not realize how hated Black men were by Black women until I did my series. My husband was raised by
the Black men in my comments making fun of me because I have dark skin. How can you say I look like midnight 12 p.m. when you're in my comments looking like 11:59? The Black men in my comments making fun of me because I have dark skin. How can you say I look like midnight 12 p.m. when you're in my comments looking like 11:59?
You ever notice how nobody hates on Black women harder than the men who share their skin color? The truth behind Black men's hatred, bitterness, and constant critique of Black women is simple: jealousy. They envy the attention, the adoration, the survival, and the ability to rise from ashes that Black women embody. They see Black women winning, healing, glowing up, building without them, moving on, being chosen, loved, and celebrated everywhere they're not. That burns. What makes it worse? Black men know the world expects Black women to carry pain in silence, and they resent the fact that even with all that weight, Black women still shine. They hate that your very existence is a mirror for everything they wish they could be. Unbreakable, desired, visible, free, resilient, and undeniable. They mock your education, your ambition, your beauty, your voice, and your age because it exposes their own smallness. They call you masculine because your power threatens them. They call you bitter because your boundaries expose their mediocrity. They shame you for not struggling with them because without your struggle, their suffering has no audience. Every insult, every attack, every attempt to humble you is the tantrum of a man who knows he will never possess your resilience, your fire, or your magic. So here's the truth. Black men are jealous because Black women are the blueprint. You are the story, the legacy, and the reason they even exist. Nothing cuts deeper than being reminded every single day that they need you, but you don't need them. Sista, never shrink for their comfort. Let their envy eat them alive, and you keep rising. Their jealousy is the loudest confession that you are everything they could never be. You ever notice how nobody...
Nice. Girl, what? All right, they cut her out.
Why is it that...
When did y'all start hating Black men so much? Like, when did that become a thing? I mean...
When did that become a thing, y'all? When? It had to be a long time ago. I never heard it until I got up here on this internet, but it had to be a long time ago. When? Anybody know? The 70s? The 60s? Is it LBJ's fault? Probably is.
All we hear all the time, all day long, is how much we can't stand Black men. They're the worst things on earth. They're the worst fathers. They're the worst providers. They don't protect us. They don't love us. They don't care for us. They don't do this. It's like enough is enough.
80s
because half the stuff that's being said is not even truthful. It's not even truthful. The one that gets me the most is how women say that black men, they all got kids. All of them got a bunch of kids. That's a lie. That's a lie, because in any
Child, let's not bust out Theo's video now.
United States of America, black men not even have children. Less than half have children. So when we talking about that, that's a lie. They also say that black men are the worst fathers. That's a lie as well.
Y'all ain't shit.
We saw the stats. It came out and said that black fathers are the most involved fathers out of all race, the most involved fathers. So we're like, that's a lie, right? Another big misconception about us black men not protecting women, especially black women. You know how many black men are in prison right now for protecting a woman, a black woman at that, who probably put him in danger to protect her? I'm just over the black man hate train. And I just wish we as black women could be more respectful of black men, because we hate black men the most. Us, black women, we hate them the most. That's all we spit out. We can't talk about what anybody else hates black people. No, we as black women hate them the most. And that's the problem right there. Like, I'm over it. I really am. When did y'all start hating?
Has she been on Ask a Brother yet? Isn't her name like Just a Girl or something? Y'all know her, right?
Just be honest with black women. I know if we say the same thing that they're going to attack us, but they're going to do that regardless, because many black women have no issue using white supremacy. So what we're going to use is use the truth. There is no male demographic in masses that is dating black women, that is marrying black women. So with regards to, let's say, leverage, black women have no dating leverage over black men. They have no marriage leverage over black men, because the data, not vibes, not feelings, not propaganda, the data shows that black men's, our marriage rates are increasing and black women's marriage rates are decreasing. Right? Other groups of women, like black women took offense to a white woman saying how they have this plan on of getting black men as partners, right? Those who are about to become millionaires or NFL players. And all they did, all this white woman advocated, was acknowledging that the future millionaire is a prize. Right? Like just treating.
Yo, this comment down here says the most racist things you'll ever hear, the most racist things you'll ever see will come from a black woman. Oh no. Oh no.
A black man with respect, like he has value. That's how you do it. Despite him, again, his preference being black women. You have white women acknowledging that black men's preference are black women, and then you have black women telling black men that their preference are white women. Black women have no issue using Birth of a Nation racism against black men. Throughout this app.
What's Birth of a Nation got to do with it? I've never seen that. Don't come for me. I've not seen it.
I have not seen something more racist, anti-black. And it's actually even worse because you get gaslit. Like black men are faced with so much gaslighting of the racism that we experience from our female, for our woman counterparts. It's crazy. You will have black women telling black men to accept collective punishment. And because a lot of black men, they're scared to be deemed misogynistic. I'm not saying to be misogynistic, to be deemed, seen, right, viewed as misogynistic. So they'll say whatever because you got to make sure you're on black women's nice side. Because black women can't be wrong. They're the magical Negro. They're always going to have their correct positioning.
Oh.
And the reality is that is simply not the case.
Negro?
So you had black women on the grand scale gaslighting Muslims, leftists, Palestinians for advocating against a genocide. And they were telling these people, these groups, that they're actually misogynistic. They're engaging in misogynoir because they weren't supporting a candidate, a black woman who was engaging and in support of the highest versions of racism. Gaslighting. And that is
if I had a dime for every time I had to hear racism, this is hold on. I didn't hear about this. This came from Open Mic Discussions. I don't know how accurate it is. It says breaking Carmelo Anthony suffers a major blow in court after his defense attorney, Mike Howard, attempted to argue that Austin Metcalf was responsible for his own stabbing and had essentially impaled himself, prompting an audible gasp from the jurors in the courtroom. Wait a minute, you telling me they used a white man as their lawyer? How come everybody ain't upset about this the way they upset at the black man that got hired by Chow, Bueller? Wait. So ain't no outrage about them using this white man in this highly white supremacist racist case, and they used a white man? What? But y'all better never use the black man that successfully got Chow off. You trying to tell me that it's not okay for Chow to have a black man, but it's okay for y'all? Woo, Lord, help your people. Oh my God, where's the outrage? Where is the outrage? This cannot be acceptable. After all that and everything they did to that damn man, everything that they said to that man. If y'all didn't watch that video, make sure you watch that video about that damn lawyer that had to speak back on that mess because everybody was wilding. Let me rephrase. Because the colors was wilding against him because how dare he have the nerve? How dare he have the nerve to defend Chow? And you know the point that somebody made about that case was no one knew that shit was going on. Nobody. Who was talking about that case? Who was talking about South Carolina? Have we heard? Have any of y'all, was y'all hearing about it? It didn't become a thing until after he got off. I'm sorry. Yes. Told after he basically, they was coming to the end and it probably looked like he was about to get off. Was y'all hearing about it before 2 weeks ago, Bueller? Were y'all following the Chow case, Bueller? That wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even, I mean, I'm not saying that it wasn't going on, but I mean, nobody was talking about that. Nobody, not near nobody. Now all of a sudden, everybody's done everything wrong. How could you take that case? Y'all didn't even know that man was a lawyer until after that verdict. This is what I be talking about, y'all. All this fucking emotion don't get you nowhere, but in a worse situation than when you fucking started, child. Nobody is using their fucking brains. Nobody is thinking. No one is taking a step back. Nobody is thinking about the future. Nobody is thinking about long-term impacts at all. Never, ever, no way. And that is the main problem with the damn community. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody working off of their fucking emotions. Every single situation. Nothing changes. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wow. I expect outrage. No offense against this lawyer, but I expect outrage because this white man may have lost this case for this young man here, allegedly. He rested the case. This is how much money was it? $600. This is a $600,000 lawyer, y'all. Rest the case after 24 hours, less than 24 hours. $600,000 was raised. It wasn't even 2 full days. What if he stopped? What if he stopped because there was no more money to give? Allegedly, I don't know that. But what if he said, you know what, this is where my defense ends because I don't have any more money. And then he went in there and said this mess? I don't remember hearing this, y'all. Oh no, the first comment says, and that's why you spend your $600,000 in donations on an attorney rather than 3 cars and a house. Allegedly, that's what the comment says. Wow. Thank you, boo. He said racist. Of course, everything is racist. You already know. Noodles in the building. Thank you, boo. He said, meanwhile, the whites at work stay in my face serving up sugar and spice. Oh, Lord, not serving up sugar and spice. I must hate my mama. She did say that, though. Now, one of them girls did say that. We know you do. Boo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to Thank you, boo. He said, Sean Kent will be on Anton's morning show. Who the hell is Sean Kent? Yeah, I can't keep up. I'm old, y'all. Who is Sean Kent? I'll make a point to watch it, but I don't know who that is. Is he a criminal? Because it seems like the community likes criminals. I know Anton does not. Because we like to hear what Anton says. Oh, this man, his name is Sean Kent? Oh, the black lord. Oh, I'll be there. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, I love it. Shout out to Anton, okay? Making moves every day. Wow, I will be there. Thanks for letting me know. Child, y'all got to give me a second. Y'all got to give me a second. I is old. Don't forget. Wow, I am glad about that. I'm glad about that. Good. Shout out to Anton for doing the damn thing. All right, y'all want to go back to these biatches, or do you want to look at tonight's conversation? Because I still don't see anything up here. But anyway, so let me just close this shit out, okay? Isn't it interesting how it is that when you're a decent man, decent black man, you minding your black ass business, you chilling the fuck out. You ain't bothering nobody. You could be married. You could be in a relationship. You working. You're not in jail. You ain't robbing. Your kids is not doing teen takeovers, right? You get downed. You sassy, spassy, jazzy even, child. You ain't shit. You ain't got shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. Soon as you out of here, oh my God, you're the best thing since sliced bread. George Floyd is another example. I'm not saying that he should have been taken on up out of here, okay? What I am saying is, child, don't be sitting up here trying to act like somebody is a martyr or an innocent child. Don't forget time tonight, but let me rewind it. You heard Claudia now. I'm
gonna say this, and people can be mad at me if they want to. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you. I think just because someone passes on, it doesn't mean we just, now we can't say anything negative or honest about you.
But I'm sure the colored community don't want to listen to her, even though she said it, or Touré, where he said white people could use the hard ER. Forget all that. Don't say anything about that. Let that fly. Oh, you know what I need to show y'all? My bad. Shout out to Lawrence. I don't know if he's here or not. But you're supposed to just allow that to be. It's not a big deal. It's not a problem. Just do what these people tell you to do. Keep your head down and give them whatever they want. Do whatever they say. You're supposed to follow the rules. Who was just talking about that? Somebody was just talking about that. I forget who. I think it was Ramil, actually. Shout out to Ramil. Do what they say. You're supposed to be under their feet, under their toes at all times. So they can toss you away and then bring you back when they need you. And then toss you away and then bring you back when they need you. So now they need y'all to support Carmelo, support Cyrus's family. There was support for Sean Gaithwaite. I don't know where that went. I think that's gone. Clown the lawyer, the legal lawyer, making money legally with a whole family. Wife is white. Now that's a problem. But Venus and Serena's white husbands is not a problem. I digress. George Floyd, he's wonderful. He's great. But y'all ain't shit. You just heard the people on TikTok, ladies of TikTok, let y'all know that y'all ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. No, you are shit. Okay? But when it's time for us to need you, bring your shitty asses and then take your shitty asses back. That's how that works. Y'all already know what the drill is. But I just said that that's an interesting correlation, because everything that I basically hear is Negroes ain't shit. But as soon as you need something from them, you definitely out there looking. Then you turn around and then toss them right the fuck back. Can't imagine why there's issues in the community. But y'all, that's y'all's problem, not mine. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. So that's it. That's all. If something else comes up, of course, y'all know I'll bring it to you. But at this point, looks like ain't nobody talking about it. Maybe it'll be on at 6 o'clock. Don't know if I'll still be here on, but we shall see. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm not trying to listen to no Willie D. I'm not trying to listen to him. All right, let me go over here to this story, chat. Lauren sent this to me earlier today. This dude is what is this man's name? Detroit's HPTV. And this video says Boule, Greek fraternities, and Freemasons are manipulating the civil rights movement and narrative. Is that news? Didn't we know that already? He's specifically talking about Rolly and them. I know you effing lying. Not Rolly. Not Rolly and the Boule. That includes Jamel and all the rest, the Black Cindy Brady. What is going on? All right, we're going to take a look. Shout out to RB, and I appreciate you. He said, didn't I say ineffective counsel appeal incoming? All of this is a shit show, child. What? Oh, could it be a, what is it called? A hung jury? Is it a hung jury? Or mistrial or something? Maybe. Could it be one of those? For, I feel like they should know by the end of the week, maybe, allegedly. Anyway. All right, let's hear what this is. This bullshit. Well, I'm not going to say it's bullshit, but bullshit when it comes to Rolly and the crew. We already know. Shout out to Lawrence. He sent that to me. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
All right, YouTube. This is Detroit's HPTV. Coming to you out of Detroit, back with another video. We got a lot to talk about this Monday morning because there's a lot going on. And I want to clear some things up because over the weekend, some of the videos.
Uh-oh. Who did it? Who? All right, well, that might be it. Because, child, I don't know why this video ain't playing. Let me see if there's anything else working. No. Oh, maybe it's just this video, child. Oh, Lord, help the people.
You work for your black self, so I think that...
Oh, all right.
Are the issues that affect my situation, my neighbors, my parents, my children, my friends, my community. And if I'm not speaking to their issues, then what am I talking about? How can I be effective in delivering the message in areas that I'm not in? How can I even be effective in areas I'm not in? So what they consider as racism is a form of independence. And independence is not socially acceptable to people who have a sense of entitlement or people who are in power. Now, if you've been watching this channel for some time, I speak a lot about the Boule, Divine Nine, Freemasons. There are a lot of people we elect into political offices who claim to represent us.
Uh-oh. A lot of people that claim to represent us. You know, Al and Rolly said they got to get the right people in there in order to get y'all's reparations, child.
The people who are directly responsible for the governance of our communities, the police force, the education system, the school, people we send to represent us. And the more you study and dig into what's going on, you see that they're selling you out.
No, they're selling you out. What? Who?
Train you. That's the most important conversation. People may say, well, you never talk about Republicans because you don't give Republicans your vote.
That is true.
You don't even adhere to their conservative views. You're disconnected from that aspect of the duopoly. But you are attached to the Democratic Party and the liberals who are directly responsible for the chaos and the destruction that you see in your community.
No, not the liberals and the progressives and the Democrats. They don't do nothing wrong. They're the best.
So why would we talk about that? The enemy in your house is always more dangerous than the enemy outside. So if you're a critical thinker, you start looking in your own house to see what's out of place there before you go trying to judge another house or another situation. You clean up your home first.
Child, you know people ain't trying to hear that. It's like with the mask for the plane. You got to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. But no, people too busy wanting people to give them free stuff. Give it to me. Give me that stuff, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff. Shout out to Rick James. Or rest in peace to Rick James.
And this morning, I ran across an interesting video where I see members of the Boule, Congressional Black Caucus, and leadership actually talking about who they work for, who they fund, who funds them, and what their agenda is. And surprisingly enough, they've gotten so bold, they don't even hide it because they don't give you benefit of being critical thinkers, of being able to decipher what they're saying. When they say they're funded by corporations, even though you vote them in the office, you only vote them to put them in a position.
I know they can't be funded by them corporations that they keep talking about are taking all the money and that keep all the blacks poor. I know they're not talking about those, the ones that got rid of DE&I that allegedly did all these things for black people, even though they didn't do anything. Oh my God, you got to boycott Target because they got rid of their DE&I. What's going on with that now that I think about it, y'all? Anybody, Bueller? Remember, Jamal said it stopped. Then the black lady said, you ain't got nothing to do with this. You don't tell us when it's over. All right, well, what's the fucking status? Nothing? Nope. Nothing. Bueller, what'd they do? Child, never ending cycle of bullshit.
Where the corporations can use them to maintain their power and their billionaire status while you suffer.
Millionaire.
In your declining communities. And you don't see why you can't get a leg up. And sometimes you may want to blame other people. And this is why they say a lot of times that us as black people play a blame game. And sometimes we do, but we're blaming the wrong people. Sometimes. Because if we're being sold out by our leadership and people we vote in to represent us, that's a problem.
No, Jasmine Crockett is wonderful. What are you talking about, sir? Jasmine Crockett is wonderful. Maxie, she's wonderful. What is he talking about? We looked up her record that sucks ass. They're going to vote her in again. What is she, 900 years old? Clyburn. Is it Clyburn? Child, whichever one it is. They all the same. They're going to vote him back in. He 990 years old. Child. Ain't nothing changed. They should, yo, ain't that the dude that's from South Damn Carolina? Ain't that the one that's from South Damn Carolina? So why they not going to him about what happened in South Carolina? Child, you can't tell color something.
Taking money for corporations to push agendas that adversely affect us, that's a problem. And that has to be dealt with no matter what. We can't stick our head in the sand like ostriches and not see the enemy in front of us. You see all the racial tension about the Carmelo Anthony case. The case with Cyrus. And the media blows it all out of proportion and made it a racial issue. When these cases first happened, and I talked about them, I seen that they were going to racialize these cases to divide the community.
Of course.
Not just from white and black, to even divide the black community. Because people have different opinions. And now, for some reason, if you have a different opinion, you become an enemy.
Oh, so he's experiencing the same thing, huh? Can't have a different opinion from the rest of the colors, the 92%, because that means you're all white supremacists talking points. Again, I'm waiting to see if they say anything about this lawyer that they chose, that white man, after giving that black man a hard time. What's right is wrong and what's wrong is right, child. None of this makes any sense.
Because you're
hypocrites to the end, child.
You're not part of the group think. You're thinking outside of the box. You become an anomaly that must be destroyed, shut down, or silenced. Because you may be seeing things clearly. And that's not what you want. That's not what they want. They don't want someone to be able to deliver you a message clearly because it upsets the status quo. It upsets the balance. It makes you look at your apostate preacher differently.
He definitely blue collar. You see him with his Carhartt on.
And his prosperity teachings differently. It makes you look at why the rainbow community has infiltrated the church in all aspects of the nuclear family. Why the things that used to be abnormal are becoming mainstream, and the people who are traditional are being deemed as bigots or racist because you're not supposed to have your own opinion. Why is that? And it's the people who claim to be so educated and so much of the freedom fighters that are actually enslaving you mentally.
Yes.
So this morning, I want you to look at
what?
I'm about to shut this shit down.
How you gonna shut this shit down? It's my damn show. What is the problem?
I'm not on YouTube. My best. I thought I was on YouTube.
I mean, they can hear you.
They better mind their damn business.
What do you want?
I want to cuss you out.
Why?
You got these fucking moronic people up there acting like assholes. Nobody want to hear that shit.
They clearly do. What do you want from me? This is the show. What the fuck?
It's fucking Monday. Play some fucking what the bullshit you like to watch.
You want to hear tonight's conversation?
Yeah, turn that shit the fuck off. Tonight's conversation time, so I can cuss some other people the fuck out.
Okay, bye. Damn. Can I run my own show, y'all? What the fuck? Did y'all? No, I'm not trying to hear this. Goodbye, Reaper. Goodbye. Do y'all want to hear tonight's conversation, child? I cannot. This is too much. You know, there's always tonight's conversation on the line. Always, always, always. Hold on a second, child. This is ridiculous. Damn list. What the hell? Actually, I'm so excited to see what's his name will be on tomorrow. Oh, I never went over that Kendra video. I mean, that Kendra video, yeah, but it was a different one. I don't want to see that heifer. Oof. She on my nerves. What? News me and your mama over here. Oh, you're talking to somebody in the chat. Anyway. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, those kids in Shreveport were just laid to rest. I didn't know that. I thought they were already, rest in peace to those babies. Lord, help your people. You gonna cuss who out next? You're such a pain. Yeah, we didn't see most of these, honestly. Tatiana Ali is upset. Lord have mercy. Everybody mad. What is going on? Oh, you know what? Y'all gonna be mad at me for this. Y'all can look at this. Hold on. Ooh, child. So y'all know about this. This pineapple Kool-Aid thing, right? Y'all know about this pineapple Kool-Aid thing, right? It never ends. It's always something. Anybody try it out? Who tried it out?
Yeah, you them goddamn thing, huh, boy? What flavor that is? Cherry. Strawberry, not no damn cherry.
I up. Let me show you one more time.
You still eating them goddamn thing, huh, boy? What flavor that is?
Cherry.
Strawberry, not no damn cherry.
I up.
Do you see anything in common? I'm gonna show you a couple more. You see anything in common with these people?
Let me show you one more time.
You still eating them goddamn thing, huh, boy?
Anybody interested, Bueller? Anyone interested, Bueller? I like them big, but y'all not like that. No. Not probably already have it, y'all. This is crazy. Oh my God. Oh, okay, I can't play the music. Another one. These people got something in common. These people got something in common. Anybody interested, Bueller? Anybody interested, Bueller? This could be the woman for y'all. I be trying to help y'all. Y'all don't be trying to listen. Y'all ain't trying to hear me. Y'all ain't trying to hear me. Anybody? Bueller? No? Shout out to Reaper. He said, adding 4 pounds of sugar to pineapples. I hope they see the bright lights early. Ooh, who said that? Like eating 20 donuts from Krispy Kreme. Not to mention if you already have some issues, right? The odds are they probably already have something. What if you already have diabetes and now you're over here doing this shit? Plus, pineapples and fruit already have sugar in it. Then they add in sugar, like a lot of sugar. Like a lot. Look who's here. Shout out to Mr. Wombat. Interested? She available. I have no doubt she available. Anybody interested, Bueller? Okay. Hey.
All right. Come on, man.
All right. Let me stop. Anyway, all right. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Why do some men chase women too hard, then lose interest when they finally get them? I feel like we've heard this before. Same questions, starting to be the same questions over and over again. Y'all hit the like button for me, subscribe if you aren't new.
And chase and continue to chase you, and then when they get you, they don't want you.
Oh, you thought I was chasing because I wanted a wife, right? You thought I wanted somebody for a lifetime. No, I was chasing you because I wanted somebody for the...
Oh, Lord, I get tired of his voice, child. Anyway, hold on. Let's try this one. She got the husband, the marriage, and the baby on the way. Why does she feel like she's not enough?
Seattle, got really great advice from Kitty. Thank you. Now I'm back, officially married and pregnant, but why do I feel like guilty and like I don't deserve it? This man is completely perfect, like perfect in every way. Good conversations, we communicate well. I feel like I'm missing something on my side, like I'm not doing enough.
Have you ever felt like you were enough for somebody? Or did someone ever make you feel like you weren't enough for them?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind? Give me like 2 minutes.
Choice?
Are you a believer?
Yes. That's what I'm waiting for.
God loves us so much that he gave us a window of mercy. Because according to our sins, we shall perish. We should have immediate judgment for the things that we do. But God is so loving that he grants us mercy and he gives us patience because of the relationship that we have with him. That shows that you are enough right there. The mercy that met you this morning, that gave you the breath that's in you, that allowed you to wake up, the grace that covered you last night and yesterday shows you that you are enough. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. The fact that you are still walking shows that God loves you. Once you understand that and believe that, nothing else can sabotage that. I'm enough because my Father in heaven says that I'm enough. I'm enough because on Calvary, it was proven that I was enough. I'm enough because I'm still here. I know that. That means that God is still being patient with me. God is still loving me. God is still showing up. That makes me enough. Change the way you think. And I say this to you because I don't want you to sabotage it. God entrusted marriage to you. That means that he was able to see your capacity and he gave you a responsibility. When you steward that well, he's going to give you a greater assignment. But he saw that you were enough to hold the capacity for that responsibility and that ministry. You're about to have a baby? Is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
So he entrusted a child to you as well. What else needs to prove to you that you are enough?
I try to tell myself that all the time.
What else needs to prove it to you? You need to be talking to our Father and thanking him for healing that wound that's in you. Because the next time you come to me, if I see you again, I want you to tell me that, Kitty, I found out that I was enough. But keep speaking it.
Anybody? Anybody? Lord. Shout out to Reaper. He said also there are people eating crawfish bowling. What? Eating them out of shoes. Oh yeah, gym equipment and anything dirty. Yes, doing that too. That's another challenge. Shout out to TikTok, making people look like assholes every day. Every day with dumbass challenges, child. Yes, I agree. Yeah, she is married. Yes, she is married. Meaning Kitty. Trent says, news, puss, raise your hand. You want to F around. What are you talking about? What is wrong with you? Are you drinking? What is going on? I could not. Anyway, I don't even know what that was about. I don't care. I got to be honest with you. It's too much. I can't take it. It's too much. I have a different one. This is one I wanted to get to the other day. Let's hear this one because it's a man. Hopefully he doesn't get embarrassed. This could be good. It says, why do some women overlook the good man until the toxic one breaks their heart? Oh, no. Oh, no. You toxic, sassy straights. I understand, though. There's some toxic men around here, child.
Toxic men, but want the good man to save them after the relationship fails.
Speaking as a former toxic chaser myself, there's a lesson that you learn after you let it baby mama you, after you let it cheat on you, after you let it embarrass you, take you through there. You learn that harsh lesson on your and go, you know what? I ain't never gonna get played with like this again. So from the outside looking in, it looked like you just want to be saved, but in some seasons, you just may have learned your lesson in a real harsh way. And it's no different than a man who may have chased after the big booty toxic women their whole life, and they hit a rough patch season when all them girls left, when that money left. You start assessing yourself going, you know what? I think I might be ready for a good woman. Life gives us lessons through humbling us. But we judge people who have been humbled to say, oh, well, you shouldn't have went after that person. Where's the room for growth and correction? We've all made mistakes.
Mike, what happened?
I think us as men need to realize that some women are romantically bipolar. And we assume that this is the end of the rainbow as the nice guy. We think that's it. Like, yes, I saved her. No, bro. Y'all gonna sit in 32A and B. You're gonna get your hotel from Expedia and have to get the airport shuttle instead of the black car. And she's gonna be so sad. She's gonna be irritated. She's gonna be like, what am I doing here in economy? What do you mean you brought me a Coach bag? Tell him, let her go.
Down the street.
She belonged to the streets. She belonged to the streets. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
I mean, I think that a lot of women confuse stability for boring. I think it's an immaturity issue. It's not an all women issue. I think that's more of a young.
Did we hear this already? I'm telling you, all this stuff is starting to run together at this point. If I don't have it together, it all starts to run together. I'm telling you. Shout out to Rick Reese, said another man about to be embarrassed. I don't know. I just feel like I've heard this already, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I've probably heard it.
An issue. They so in search of excitement, and I want to be impressed. I want to be constantly stimulated all the time. But I think when you run into a grown woman who done developed peace and done created a calm environment, all that excitement go out the window. Can you pay these bills on time? Can you raise these kids and show up to this practice the way you need to? Can you lead and make decision making and give me a break? Because I've been having to make decisions my whole life. Can you come in here and actually add to what it is that I'm doing? But that's a grown woman thing. And a lot of men be dealing with young, immature women expecting grown woman behavior. And I think that that's where the question stems from.
You think I'm about to fly to the West Coast just to go see these MFers? You think I'm about to go to the West Coast to see these MFers? They'll be here eventually. If they could come to Baltimore or Philly. I don't know what else. They don't go to Jersey. No, I'm not doing that. So I'm about to go find me something to eat. That's what I'm about to do. I got one more and I'm done. It's almost 6 o'clock. I'm tired. Hard. And I'm hungry, of course. Not a West Coast. No, hell no. No. Right. Yeah, I'll get robbed. Can't leave stuff in the rental car and whatnot. That'd be too funny. Not really, but I'm just saying. We got to get some more crimes down. You know, there's plenty of crime. Plenty of crime. Okay. I'm going to Arizona, though. I'm not staying with Kay, though. He can't be trusted. A front row seat costs like $600. No. I know I do have clothes to fold. I got bags to pack. I got shit to do. Yeah, I can't sit here with y'all all day. Not this week. I got to get ready. Laura said, I thought crime was down somewhere, down the street. Down somewhere, not around here though. Let me see. It says, if a woman was a side chick in the past, should she disclose that in her next relationship? Do y'all give a damn? Y'all don't give a damn.
Or previous side chick, how do y'all feel about disclosing it in your future relationship?
I feel like it's certain that you just got to take to the grave with you. Because I can't see how admitting to being a career side chick is going to make you more attractive in your new situations.
I disagree. Who in here played spades before? Right. When somebody don't disclose their possibles, that's how you lose. The for sure books is the relationships you actually got in. Y'all was committed, boyfriend and girl. These are the official ones. But I tell you, those possibles, how many times you've been a side chick, how many situationships you've been into, how many friends with benefits that's still hanging on. Because when you don't disclose those possibles, that's what really be y'all up. That friend that he still got around that he didn't have to disclose because that's not an official ex, but that's the one he secretly still covered. It is those other relationships that come haunt you. Tasia?
They gonna hold you accountable for the that you told them, okay? So only tell a man the things that you need to tell him that's going to help him navigate you better, okay? Because what happens...
she said lie.
...is when you disclose all the things, he's going to be like, I'm getting them flowers. I'm over here dating you properly, and damn, you gave it up for less. You gave it up for that didn't even want you, that had a wife, that had a girlfriend, that wasn't even showing up, that wasn't spending no bread on you. And now you want me to come in and be Mr. Gentleman, okay? Unless it's going to help you navigate your heart better, you never tell it. And my words of my good sis, Kira, lie.
Here's the thing. Someone that will cheat with you will cheat on you. So we can try to act like these are isolated incidents, but if you are a willing participant for over 6 years and helping a man hurt another woman, it's hard for me to believe that when you get with a new man, you won't also be a willing participant in hurting him. Unless you have been through therapy to acknowledge that that's no longer who you want to be, as opposed to just saying, I'm different, let me cover this up. We all have a past and we all have wounds and we all have things that we work through. The shame that you carry and how much you want to keep your past a secret is usually evident to how much you have changed from that past. Because I can say, as a former, I can say that with pride. I can walk into any conversation with the pride to say that with my chest because that's no longer who I am. And I don't have to hide my past from anybody because that past is no longer identifying me. When you're trying to hide that character trait that you had it in you to do that to someone for 6 years straight, you may have not have dealt with that or healed from that. So my suggestion, self-work. The season of self-work. Am I ready to forgive myself for what I did to this woman for 6 years before you think about how a man is going to look at you for the fact that you did that for 6 years?
Well, at least I'm glad she said it. I said that all the time, or before several times. I'm like, this also proves there's no sisterhood, because if you effing with some woman's husband, that means you really don't care about that woman over there, else you wouldn't be doing it. They do not care. Ain't no sisterhood. And so if I want it, I'm going for it and I'm going to get it. That's all. That's it. That's all. They going for it. They always going to go for it. All these stories that we've listened to, they're talking about, oh, I'm forever a side chick. I love being a side chick. And I stole him and he over there with her. Should I beat her ass today or should I beat her ass tomorrow? Child, telling on themselves. I'm telling you. They're going to do whatever in order to get whatever. And what do I say? It always comes back to y'all, sassy straights, every single time. Every single time. But anyway, it's 6 o'clock. I've had enough. I'm going to go watch somebody else do some damn work around here since I was told that I had to move on. Anyway, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, maybe tomorrow morning. We shall see. See what's going on. If anything carries on about Carmelo Anthony tonight, I might come back. Anything significant, I'll come back. All right. Other than that, I'm going to get something to eat. I might fold some clothes. If not, that's it. That's all. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you all for coming. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to all the channel members. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone that donated today. Thank you so much. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I appreciate you. Shout out to anybody that sent jewels. If I missed it, I apologize. I don't know why Streamlabs or whatever is not working. OBC, OBF, child. I don't know what it is. I got to figure out what's going on. I'll take a look. Anyway, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. I see you all in